Okay, so let's try our knock floor, having that set up here. I do also want to mention that I do have my knock control on, so we see it's on and the per cylinder adjustment's on. So we did turn that on before when we created the base map, but in this case, we just set up the floor so it won't work or do anything until we actually go in and set this up. Now you do want to go and raise your floor all the way to 5 volts and have both of these on, so it will log and create your knock data here, allowing you to actually see it. If you turn this off here, it's going to make all the channels dead. It's not going to do anything. So you can't even sample the data to set your knock floor. So make sure you arm it, you turn it on here, and raise your threshold up again to that 5 volts so we can start to populate things and work with it. All right, let's try this now again. Should be all good to go. Let's go up here to logging and start PC logging. All right, let's go here and stop and save. And we'll do wide open throttle pull 4. Let me shut it down. Let's take a look at the graph and see what we have for power output. So 340. So we went from the pink line, that is our current pull here. Look at torque. We've gained massive gains down low here, 3,000. We've gained probably another 40 pound-feet of torque. And then even in the mid-range, we went from about 240 torque to almost 290 torque. So about 40-50 torque gain. Horsepower about 40-50 horsepower. That's about what I predicted for horsepower gains jumping up in that timing. So the most important thing here is that everything's going to be safe. So let's go into our AEM data and start to review this, see if we had any kind of knock activity and if we can go any further with our timing. Let's do Control O and take a look at this. So watt pull 4 is what we want to see. And what I am noticing, what I want to point out here, notice that the white here, that's our boost. Notice as I add my spark timing in, this was previously reading about 14-15 pounds. Now that I added my timing in, it's reading about, there's 14, there's 12. The boost is dropping a little bit. I was saying it would overboost a little bit as we have our spark timing really low. And when we start to advance it, boost will come down a little bit, a couple pounds, and settle out. Some cars are more sensitive to this than others. This one isn't super sensitive to it, but you see our feedback here is all pretty reasonable, plus or minus a couple percent. And we can kind of look down here, the green to our solid blue. The blue is going to be our target. The green is our actual air fuel, so it's tracking pretty close. Looking at this though, in our actual map sensor signal, notice that it's pretty erratic. Notice that if we're kind of plotting it through, even our injector duty cycle is all over the place. As we're seeing, it's plotted. That's because our map sensor is bouncing all over the place. Now, the map sensor is doing that because we don't have enough filtration on the map sensor. We jump back in here. Let's just do this real quick. Let's go to sensors. Under options map sensor, under map filter, we have the teeth. Let's bring this up to something like 12 teeth. Now, if it was at 0 teeth, if we decrease the number of teeth we're filtering it by, it will get rid of that oscillation or that wild swing we're seeing in the map sensor. This is the raw plotted output from the map sensor. When we're looking at it, we probably can't even distinguish it moving that much. But when we plot it graphically, it's pretty obvious what's going on here. Now, by jumping around in the timing, or the map sensor, it's going to be moving our output from our injector all over the place. So that's going to be the actual duty cycle or injector repulse with output skating around all over the place. It's not going to be ideal. So we need to calm that down. We actually can see right here. That's going to be that light blue line. That's fuel injector pulse output. That's the duty cycle. So these are going to follow hand in hand to each other. We don't want our pulse width just constantly moving around like radically like that. So we need to bump up our filter. Let's move that from 5 to 12 and let's check.
Thanks for checking out our teaser clip. If you want to see the rest of this video and more than 500 hours of current EFI training we have to offer, make sure you click right here. If you want to go and check out more teaser clips from this training course, click here, and you don't want to miss any of the videos we're going to be releasing on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and click here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.